888-775-3773. Let me go back to Canada and talk to Ari. Ari, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Today I wanted to, answer your biblical question.
Come a little closer to your phone. Why do you think about other people? Why do you think about other people?
I have two perspectives on this. One actually comes from you, and I've heard you say that we don't control our own thoughts, right? That our thoughts are being made up, for us. Like we don't create them.
Right.
So it could be a higher power connecting, like the frequencies of the two souls. Like, have you ever thought of somebody and then they just called you?
I have, yes.
Right, or vice versa?
Yes.
Right, and so, it could be a connection of a higher power, right? And then, from my perspective, there's just too many bodies to not think of people around you. You know what I mean? It's like, this is too much to worry about nowadays.
Right? Amazing. I want to respond to that, but I got to wait until Sunday. And I do appreciate you responding to the biblical question, though. Thank you for that.
No problem. And also, I had one more thing to address. I was listening earlier, and I guess you had that, how do you dress himself? He said he was an African Muslim.
Noah.
Right, so I'm an Israelite, right? So
are you?
Yes, DNA comes from the 12 tribes. So the seeds of Jacob, pretty much. And the book is called the Torah. Just to let you know for future reference as well.
Oh, okay.
It's not the Talmud. The Talmud was written by the Jews. See, there's a difference between the sons of Israel and Jews.
Are you black?
Jews, no, I'm not. My father was born.
How did you get? Your father was what?
Born in Israel.
So you're a Jew?
No. There's a difference between a Hebrew or Israelite and a Jew. People don't understand this.
Do you look like, what's an Israelite?
An Israelite is what I said. It's the DNA that comes from the 12 tribes of Jacob. Jacob's name was later changed to Israel when he wrestled the angel on the ladder. Now, he had 12 kids, so the 12 sons of Israel. Right, so they come to the sons of Israel. Now, they're different than the Jew. The Jew is not mentioned once in the Torah, not in Hebrew or English. The Jew came after the first temple, right? The word Jew is actually not even mentioned in the Torah, not once.
And so, are you a black Hebrew Israelite?
No, I'm not black. More.
If I saw you, would you look like a black, or would you look like a Jew?
I don't look like a Jew. First of all, I look more of a mix.
Mixed with black and Jew.
A darker tone. Yeah.
Oh, so you're black?
No, I'm not. I'm olive. Let's say olive.
And
right? You know how they probably would describe you. You guys call him Jesus. We call him Yehoshua, although he was never mentioned in the Torah. Jesus, but his name I know is Yehoshua in Hebrew.
Do you love the Jews?
The Jews, I don't hate the Jews. I have an issue with the idea of it.
Do you love the Jews?
Do I love the Jews? It's a complicated scenario. I have Jewish people that I love.
Do you love the Jews?
As a whole, and as no, because they're. How would I put it?
But let me get the question clear first. Do you love the Jews?
I love the Jews. I love Jewish people.
Do you love the Jews?
As a whole, no, I don't know all of them. How could I love somebody I don't know?
Do you love the Jews?
Not necessarily, no.
You don't love the Jews?
I don't hate them, though.
You don't love the Jews?
I don't love them, but I don't hate them. Is that possible?
So you say you do you love the Jews?
No.
Do you love the Christians?
I just love people. Whoever come, I can't put it as a whole.
Do you love the Christians?
I love Christian people.
Do you love the Christians?
It's the idea of it. No,
Do you love the whites?
Yeah, I love white people. I can't race it based off of race or religion. It has to be people. I'm not going to give them a hate or a love.
Do you love
I
the
don't know.
whites?
I love white people. I love some white people.
Do you love the whites?
No, not as a whole.
Do you love the whites?
Not as a whole, Jesse.
Do you love the blacks?
Not as a whole, Jesse.
Do you love
But
God?
individuals, yes.
Do you love God?
Yes.
You love God?
Yes.
Have you ever seen God?
More felt it.
Have you ever seen God?
Yeah. Yeah.
You've seen God.
I've seen God. I've seen God.
Oh, God.
I've seen God move his arm in front for Donald Trump and work his magic on the day of rest. I've seen God come to work on the day of rest.
How can you love God, because of time, how can you love God of whom you never seen and hate the Jews, hate the Christians, hate the whites, hate everybody?
Because if there's a God in me, I've had more relation with God.
What?
I've had more relation with God than most of the people you've named.
But if you don't love all people, you've had no relationship with God.
I don't hate nobody. I don't dislike. Love's a complicated way to put it. If you said like, right?
There's no such thing as like.
What?
You either love or you hate.
Love or hate?
Do you love the Allah? Do you love the Allah Akbar people?
No, man, those guys that's a baby religion. They're only 1,400 years old. How are their scriptures even?
What does the age have to do with loving them or not?
No, I see again. There's this.
How old are you?
33.
Oh, okay.
No, but there's extremists in different scenarios. Like, how can you love somebody as a whole if that whole is split into its own sense of good? And
God said you should love your enemy. To love your enemies. Do you love your enemies?
No, I'll respect them, though.
Do you love your enemies?
No, Jesse, I don't even know if I have enemies right now.
Do you love your enemies?
I don't know if I have enemies right now.
But do you love them?
If I had an enemy?
Yeah.
That's a complicated question. I don't know. I might have to sit and come back to you on that one, Jesse.
All right, thank you.
All right, that's not like a real quick answer one right there. I'm not trying to.
Well, smoke on it.
I want to give you an intelligent answer, right? So it's not going to come right off the top like that.
All right, smoke on it. Let me know. I got to run, but let me know. All right.
Will do. Appreciate you. Thank you.
You too, buddy.